fire it off.
He's like, what are you doing? Why are you flying? Oh, I'm going to meet some people I met on the internet. What kind of people? Oh, we have a shared interest in woodworking. Where did you meet them? Twitter. Made it to Texas, but I don't want to be the person who meets people for the first time and shoves a camera in their face. So I'm just gonna cut one way. Hey! Sweet. I feel like you need a little bit more context. I flew to Texas because I came across this DAO called Creator Cabins. What Creator Cabins is trying to do is they're trying to build a decentralized city. So what exactly does that mean? I think the best person to answer this is the founder, John Hillis.
A decentralized city is a city that is spread out across a bunch of different locations but has a shared culture and governance and community structure. When people look at cities today, they're mostly looking at cities built in the last century around the dominant technology of the era of cars. Cities of the next century, we think, are going to be built around the dominant technology of this era, which is the internet and blockchains. Decentralized cities are an expression of the way in which we think we can build cities in the future.
What was kind of your original idea in starting it?
Yeah, really just to bring people together from the internet and together in real life and have the kind of like balance between being together in person and being away and working remotely.
So why Texas? Well, here is Node 0, the very first node of this decentralized city. Cabin decided to fly everybody who was interested out to Node 0 and participate in the very first Build Week. So Build Week was a lot about community building, it was also about upgrading Node 0, and it was up to us to decide what we wanted to build. What we landed on was this pergola, and underneath the pergola is a fire pit. We thought it'd be a great place for the community to spend some time together. So over the course of the week, we built a patio, we built the pergola on top of the patio, and then the fire pit to finish it all off. It was honestly amazing to meet all these people that I've been talking to on the internet for a while in person. And the weirdest thing was how weird it did not feel. It was so great to meet them all. I had such a blast. And here's some of their experiences. What interests you the most about DAOs?
I think it's very interesting to like experiment with like a new type of organization. I think like we have had sort of like the same metaphors for organizations for like hundreds of years, like, you know, governments and corporations and stuff like that. And this is like a new opportunity to sort of like have better metaphors or like new metaphors that are more appealing, such as like world building.
What do you think DAOs do better than traditional corporations?
I think it's that I guess the main thing is you don't have to pretend that you have a lot of work to do, or like you don't have like goals and like you're not funneled into achieving some kind of metric. So everybody, like, you accept that things sort of ebb and flow and you have to sort of work with what emerges, which is a much healthier environment plus a much more creative and happier environment.
What makes me interested in DAOs? I think like coordinating and getting to solve problems together in an horizontal way, it's really hard, and DAOs can enable that, and I think that can enable new solutions for hard problems we have today.
What interests you about DAOs? Don't worry, I'm gonna like take the best little snippets of wisdom from this.
I like that DAOs provide an opportunity for coordination across geography, across places. What's amazing about meeting up in real life with friends from the internet is usually what's drawn you together is a mutual interest and a spirit of openness and the willingness to try. And I think what's incredible is we all met each other for the first time on Monday. And by Monday night, we were cooking dinner together and sharing building tips and just knew it was going to be an awesome week. DAOs provide people the possibility to try and get their hands dirty. So for example, we're building this amazing pergola. And other than the architect who put this together, I don't know that any of us had actually built a pergola before.
How do you feel about Build Week, Sean?
I feel great, man. I feel like we've accomplished a lot. Had a great time the entire time.
Yeah.
Met some great folks. No complaints, no complaints. A little cold, but other than that, all good.
What was your favorite part?
Just being out here, man. It's absolutely beautiful, and I feel like we're leaving it better than how we found it, which is great.
What interests you the most about Cabin?
I mean, definitely the real world value that we can build, and kind of linking the two worlds between Web3 and IRL or whatever.
Hell yeah. Sick. I can't think of any more questions.
Yeah.
So you were actually part of one of the first creator residencies. How would you compare that to Build Week?
It was way more actually. I think we actually became friends faster than we did during the residencies, because at that time everyone was like in their little corner doing their own thing, whereas here we actually built something together. This was a week. I think a week is a really kind of nice time to become close enough with people, but at the same time not get tired of co-living with them.
So Phil, we missed you. You left early on the trip, so I thought I would catch up with you on Zoom and ask you a few questions. With your experience living in intentional communities, why does a DAO structure make sense for Cabin?
So I think where DAOs excel are contexts where individual empowerment and bustling activity are what you're trying to optimize for. And so to get individual empowerment, you need to give people sort of like permission and protocols to like operate and do what they think is best relative to the mission of the thing, and do the thing that sort of speaks to them. Cabin's trying to create a decentralized city, sort of built upon the efforts of individuals spread far and wide. And it would be impossible to do that in a way where you were top-down managing that process. Each node and each participant is sort of making some corner of Cabin the thing that they and the people around them want it to be.
If people want to get involved in Cabin, what's the best way?
Join the Discord, follow us on Twitter, and then join a guild that's interesting to you. We've got a bunch of different guilds from our media guild, which does lots of writing and is starting a podcast. We've got our Placemakers Guild, which does build weeks and things like that. And then we've got our product guild, which builds actual software products. So join a guild.
Sweet.